If time is money, memory is its bank. Isn't it, friends? Time is money, people say. But I would say memory is its bank. And knowledge is what you remember. Knowledge is what you is missing there. Knowledge is what you remember. I have knowledge of your name means I remember. What you don't remember is never called a knowledge. Therefore, memory is a must. Nahi jnanena sadrisam pavitrameha vidyate. That is in Bhagavad Gita. Nothing in this world is as sacred as knowledge. Such sacred knowledge can be there only through memory. Therefore, memory is also sacred. Smriti. That is why everybody should respect, value, improving memory, friends. Now, this super memory you wanted to get, you remember when you came to us, I said, you need to get a lot of techniques through Max. But before that, in a few seconds time, you can improve your memory by 50%. You all got stunned, amazed. Sir, how is this possible in a few seconds? 50% improvement. Then I proved that, which I discovered myself. It took me 40 years to discover that. When I started this Max, when I just entered 40 at this day, I never planned to launch Max Academy on my birthday. It so happened, coincidentally. So when I just entered 40, I discovered my memory and launched memory. And that was with 40 seconds hardly it takes what I took 40 years. What is that? Friends, you recall what I said, what you learned. That is, forget telling people that you tend to forget. If you want to improve your memory, forget telling people that you tend to forget. Hereafter, you should never tell that you have poor memory. You see the improvement of the memory, I said, because subconsciously it is ingrained when we say I tend to forget, I tend to forget. So once we stop, the real super memory starts. That is 50%. Remaining 50%, why people tend to forget if you recall, recollect, ruminate what you learned. See, poor reception. Reception is poor. And how it is poor, we'll see that. Then, poor registration. Not only 2 hours, there are 4 more hours, not triple hour, quadruple hour. And poor retention and poor recollection. 4 hours, poor reception, poor registration, poor retention, and poor recollection. What are these 4 hours you learned? Just recall. First one, poor reception. Why poor reception? While shaking hands itself, you tend to forget the name of a person because of lack of attention. Why lack of attention? Lack of interest. Why lack of interest? Because lack of focus. Why lack of focus? Because lack of connecting that focus to your goal. And that, if you do it, you get attention, you will have good reception. You have learned so many techniques to improve your attention, improve your concentration. I'm not here to go through the workshop once again, but reception can come only through attention. Then registration, most important thing. In the very program, we spend a lot of time in registration. And what is our specialty? Naturally, we can improve our registration. Even that is possible. We learned. I will come to that a little later. And creative association. Sky is the limit for that. Sky is the limit for that. And how we did, you all know. Now, catalog. It's a library catalog to facilitate strong pathways. Now pathways. So we have catalog system, and that system we called it MMF, Max Memory Files. This is where we spent, a big time. A lion's share was given to this in our memory training to become a super memory expert. You recall, friends. Now come to the next one, and that is this. That particular thing is retention. The third R is retention. To make strong nerve pathways, and then use permanent memory technique, use of max memory planner. These are the ways that you can definitely make it. We have brought out books for this, and these are the things. We have systematic study planner for students. It will take them to next level. When I devised this, I told several times in the sessions, I was excited, I was depressed. Excited because I was able to find out a wonderful method first time in the whole country and even in the world. Depressed because I didn't get this opportunity when I was a student. We had to struggle, and that was the thing. And Achievers Planner for executives, it's a real boon. And permanent memory, Venkat and myself together brought out this world's first book, not India's, world's first book on permanent memory. And that can make you remember things forever. Then finally, recollection, revisiting exact nerve pathways. It is not enough to have retention. Recollection is also important, and revisiting that through the process. And that is where we specialized. Recollection is important. What is the use of having it in my mind and not able to reproduce when it is required? So that is a specialty that we did. These 4 R's made all the difference. Gateway to super memory, the real great way. The gateway to super memory is the real great way, and that is MMF, as I was telling. So please review your MMFs. If necessary, alter here and there, because as you grew, when you started as a student, today you may be adult with your family and all, there may be requirement of revising your MMF, max memory files, and but make it fixed. Keep using it often. That is where the real value lies. Apply examples. I will just give 2 examples here. To remember a talk, I have given n number of demos. 2 hours, 3 hours, somebody talks without jotting down even a word. Just listen and threadbare tell everything. Is it not a magic? That I demonstrated any number of times. I gave the techniques to you to do it. How can you do it? Only magic is MMF, max memory files. So the value of MMF can never be overemphasized. It is such a great boon to any one of us. Second one, to remember contents of a book. Just now we have seen Raman Kuti doing it, Bhagavad Gita. Any book anybody can bring and browse it for a few minutes and give it back. Tell what is there in which page. If you are to tell the not only contents, intent also, you need to get a little more time to go through that and then use MMF, memory files, and then tell me. This many things you have rather learned, just ruminate. Calendar technique is a good brain teaser. I would rate calendar technique as a real blessing, which can title you as a genius. I still remember when I was demonstrating abroad, Harvard University doctorates were amazed, about to fall at my feet for this unbelievable thing. Sir, what is this magic happening? And I said, there is no magic, it is brain's logic. And you all know this, how to do this. So practice calendar technique, your brain becomes very sharp and you will be able to do anything wonderfully. Natural memory technique, we have devised a technique to remember things without techniques. Very interesting, you recall? It is a technique to remember things without techniques. And that technique you all learned. I will not go into the details. From morning getting up to night dinner. Different timings, you have to revise what you have done that day for 2 minutes each. And at the bedtime, 5 to 10 minutes you have to ruminate. Ruminate means recall the whole thing. This natural memory technique, if you do it for 1 month, you are bound to become a super memory expert. That is the thing. Recall the natural memory technique. Every day, if you can't do during after breakfast, lunch, evening snacks, dinner, doesn't matter. At bedtime, spend 5 to 10 minutes to recall what all you have done that day in the same chronological order. That is important. Not jumbled order. In the same chronological order, then you see your memory improvement. Then friends, max memory scanning. It's a beautiful technique. I do it regularly. If you are not able to recollect any name or anything, scan from the alphabetical order. Somebody, I don't be able to recall somebody, and I start with A, and keep connecting. No, mind is such a powerful tool. As we know, we have more than 10,000 crore brain cells. 10,000 crore brain cells, we seldom use 10%. If you use 5% more, you become a genius. That is the scientific study. This is what we prove in Max. So when you just keep connecting, instantaneously it gets pathways get matched. If they are not matching, they go away. It's like lock and key. You have a bunch of keys. You want to open a lock. You just open one with the another one. You find the correct one. Whether the key is big or small, it doesn't help. Even if it is small, it is not helpful. If it is big also, not helpful. Exact matching. Similarly, pathways in the brain, nerve cells, neurons. If it connects, it makes a very big leap. So this memory scanning is a great boon to recollect names. And absent-mindedness, 5 W's and 1 H. When, where, what, which, why, and how. This technique is a great boon to get out of absent-mindedness. Everybody will watch for it. 1 minute you don't have to spend for this. While going, while leaving the home, before reaching the gate to get out, you finish this. You will never have absent-mindedness. Well, friends, to remember names and faces, I have given wonderful techniques. And those techniques you just practice. For want of time, maybe I will take 1 minute to tell. When somebody is introduced to you, so for example, Ratan Babu is introduced to me. Somebody introduced, sir, I am Ratan Babu. So, hello, how are you? I shake hands. This is what generally people do. Never do that mistake. When he is introduced, I shall say, hello, Mr. Ratan Babu, nice meeting. I have to tell his name. And while talking, at least 2 more times I have to use his name. And while leaving, see you, I shall not say. See you again, I shall not say. See you again, Mr. Ratan Babu. So 3 times I used his name. First, when he said Ratan Babu, Ratan Kumar, sorry sir, my name is Ratan Babu. Oh, sorry. So he doesn't mind. He will correct me. Then it gets registered. And at the end, again repeat the name. This is the secret. Along with that, I have given several techniques to remember names and faces as well. Well, friends, permanent memory. Just now I said it is world's first technique in the whole world. It is amazing, you know, in the entire world, such a big research was done way back in 1950s. That means 70 years back this was discovered, but no practical technique was discovered by anybody in the world. Max had the privilege of bringing out this technique and used the planner regularly to get this. Ruminate. Easy way to improve memory is to ruminate. What is ruminate again? You bring back what all you learned and ruminate and ruminate. At bedtime, you need to ruminate. And for twin benefits, not one benefit. First benefit is anyway memory. You improve your memory. Second benefit, it is no small benefit. That is excellent time management. We come to realize this much time we wasted today. So we will make a correction for next day's engagements. So twin benefits will come when you ruminate at bedtime. So friends, I am very glad to have addressed you. Reminisce great memories. Ruminate to emanate. Emanate is to spread. Ruminate to emanate. What is the use of having the memory inside and not using it? So emanate your super memory, become a super memory genius. And all the best, my dear friends.